1 2 1 2 1 2. When the boop is in the house, oh my God! You there?
What's going on, man?
Oh, look at that! It's a frog with 2 G's. You're a 2G night tonight.
I'm a 2G man tonight.
Oh my God!
What's going on, man?
I could feel the excitement.
Huh?
I could feel the excitement ripping through you.
I'm always like this, you know.
Yeah, exactly, and that's why I always fuck with you when you say I'm always like this. It's not going to be any different. Yeah,
it's not gonna be.
And what is this? How many episodes are we in? You're still here?
I don't know. Sometimes I think I sound like that show of Raymond, his brother, the cop.
When's your contract up? When is your contract up? Did you look to see when your contract's up?
I need to look it up.
Yeah, you gotta go so we can see how far we're gonna fucking take this ride for.
Yeah,
man. 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. How now? 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 Bow 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 bow. How now? Bow 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 bow. How bow bow bow. How bow 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 bow. How bow bow bow.
Damn.
That's my
good.
tribute. Yeah, that's my tribute to a fucking Christopher Walken and Robert De Niro in a little flick that I like to call The Deer Hunter. Mow! Now, now, mow, 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 now, 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 mow. That's the remix. Throw some drums in there, and then we're ready to go. All right, my job is done. Intro's there. Good night, folks. My name is Dustmightz. I am out for the evening.
He's out.
That's it. I'm done.
That's it.
Frogman's driving the boat. Meow.
Meow. It's a boat now.
Meow. Meow.
Boat
now.
Meow.
If you haven't seen Deer Hunter, you're fucking wasting your fucking time.
Yeah.
Dude, dude, whoa. Intro, the intro is being taken back. Whoa, brakes. Back it up.
Here we go again.
You've never seen Deer Hunter?
I don't think I have.
Oh my God, please. We've been doing this joke. We've been doing this joke for a fucking year.
Doesn't mean I have to know where the fuck it comes from.
You've never seen the fucking Deer Hunter?
I don't know. Maybe I have. I don't know. It's just, I'm not a...
Robert De Niro. Don't get me wrong. It's a long, dragged-out movie, and there's only certain scenes that make it worthwhile. But the whole thing in the movie, you've never seen. The whole thing where we get Mao. You don't know where Mao comes from?
I don't think so.
Oh, my God. Here we go.
All I know
it's the intro. It's the intro, and we're Googling with Dust.
We're Googling with Dust. We're on to a great start in 2020.
Yeah. Shout out to 2020. It's not even the intro.
Holy shit.
Mao. I just put...
Now, brown cow.
Okay. Wow. I put Russian roulette, Deer Hunter, Mao. And let's... All right. And there it is. And... I can't believe you've never seen Deer Hunter, man.
Mao!
Mao! Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Mao. In the credits, when the credits roll, it says Mao. That's this guy. So now you get where Mao comes from. Mao!
It's gonna be all right, Nicky. Go ahead, shoot. Shoot, Nicky.
You motherfucker. Yo, if that was the Irishman, he wouldn't have been getting up that quick.
Yeah.
Oh, you cocksucker!
Oh! You're gonna die, you motherfucker! You're gonna die!
Mao! See, this is where Mao comes from. I can't believe all this time you didn't know where Mao comes from. Now does it make sense?
Yes.
Now you know
man. Yeah, but you gotta understand when you listen to the show and you say that, it sounds funny as fuck, dude.
It sounds funny, but I'm thinking I'm like telling jokes that people get, and I have to honestly think like, you know what? Yes, I am a lot older than some of the guys that we talk to, and maybe my references aren't on point because I'm all over like a bad rash with my references.
You're like in the 70s and the 90s.
Yeah, I'm all over it. I'm like, one day I could be 1955, and the next day I could be 67, and I'm 2012, and I'm like 1993, and I'm watching The Fan with De Niro and fucking Wesley Snipes. I'm all over it. It's like it kind of like reminds you of my VHS collection. I used to have a very big VHS collection,
but it's the way you deliver it, man. You deliver it pretty fucking good.
Well,
man.
you never knew
laugh.
Mao.
I never knew
all that time when I kept saying Mao, like I'm smacking you. I'm smacking you in the face, making you do something. You never knew.
Never.
This guy decided out of the fucking blue not to know what and not even question. Please don't feel like you don't need to question my jokes or whatever I'm fucking saying, because half the time I don't even know what the fuck I'm saying. So, call me out on that shit. Maybe it could be the one too many call out podcast. I don't know.
Like, hey, what the fuck you talking about, bro?
Whoa, baby.
Back that shit up. What the fuck are you talking about?
Dude, I really can't believe you don't fucking... Wow.
I didn't know that, man. I didn't know that. It's just your delivery, the way you say it. It's funny.
And don't get me wrong,
like
Deer Hunter is a good movie. It was a good movie for the time. Mm-hmm. It still is a good watch. It's long as fuck. And it deals with a bunch of guys that were friends that go to Vietnam and come back and things are different.
Yeah.
So that's where it reflects on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's where the emotion is, and that's where the Oscars were, because at the time when it came out, it was fresh. It was fresh after the war.
Yeah.
It was dealing with some real life shit. So that's where all the accolades gets. And don't get me wrong, De Niro's good, and the whole cast is great, but it's one of those 70s movies where it's kind of slow paced, bad editing, because you're editing with film. You know what I mean? You're splicing. You're splicing like, film and shit like that. Yeah. It's old school, man. You're splicing film and shit. Like, nowhere where you can watch it right now. Yeah. It's on Amazon. It's on Amazon.
Ooh. And
of course, you don't have Amazon. It's on Hulu. You have Hulu?
Who?
Hulu?
Who?
Hulu. What are you, a fucking owl? What are you, a fucking owl? Who? Dude, what was that from? What movie was that from? Was that from like fucking Goodfellas or Casino or something? Like,
who? What are you, fucking hell?
No. I think it was Donnie Brasco. I don't remember. And Pacino was talking to. I think he was talking to fucking Joey Fuckface there, Pistone, and he says, and what's his name? He says, who? He goes, who? What are you, a fucking owl? Dude, these are the things that I incorporate to my every fucking day life, bro. Like, these kids that I work with, they don't get it. And I just do it just for my own enjoyment. You're like who? What are you, a fucking owl? They look at me like sideways. Yeah. Just put that on the fucking shelf. It's like every day, man. It's funny. It's like, okay, in a regular day, the intro's done. I don't know. I'll find an intro somewhere in there. And we haven't even done. This is going to be the world's shout out to 2020 with the 20-minute intro. But it's like, even with people that I talk to in everyday life, it's like, and even on this podcast shit, that there's so many things that I say that I laugh at and snicker and think that's so fucking good, and it just.
You know what? It's just it's those are things that you catch in the movies, man. And
I'm not like, and believe me, man,
they knock you on your ass when you're laughing. So when you think about it and you start fucking around with people, it always cracks you up, though. And you know what I mean?
I'm not gonna say I'm like the world's funniest dude, or everybody needs to know what I know. But sometimes
you're a funny guy, man.
I could remember certain things in this hobby that we do or something like that, but sometimes I can't even remember my own fucking name, and I store all this useless information. I don't know if it's the left side or the right side of the brain, wherever the tumor is growing right now is where where I'm fucking containing all this stupid information. It's like, I may not remember my bank statement or my credit card number, but or something like that, or even my ex-girlfriend's mother's name, because there's been times where I struggled. But I will remember something like, you remember the Honeymooners episode 12? Yeah, that was the episode where blah, 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 blah. Awesome. You remember BJ Honeycutt from MASH? Yeah, that's the episode where his daughter died and he got the letter. You know, it's just like those stupid. I got this magnet for fucking stupid information that just forms in my fucking head. It forms.
Hey man, it's like you pulling shit from the trash, man.
You know what? Yeah, when I type a sentence, I forget about commas and fucking quotations and proper wordages. And hey guys, relax. I grew up in Brooklyn in the 70s and 80s. I hung out on the corner and drank 40s and played music. I'm not that well educated, but you know what? I know when someone's trying to run up on me with a fucking knife or trying to rob me. All right, I got the street knowledge, and I may not be that book smart, but you know what? I'm a pretty funny fucking dude, I think, in my opinion. If you come on my level, if you're gonna be on a perch like a fucking eagle, caca. Shout to caca. I saw her.
Or a turkey vulture.
Yeah, or a turkey vulture. And you come down to my level, you'll understand and see where we're, and that's why and that's where my stable is. I like my stable to be where it is with, my hoofs. I don't got many hoofs in my stable, but I love you guys. I love you.
You're a pretty funny guy, man.
To some people. Some people find me annoying. It's like a meow. Meow! Getting smacked in the face. Meow! Shoot yourself. Meow! It's like Dustmightz. Meow! Laugh at his joke. Meow! I'm not.
Laugh.
Meow! I'm not going to laugh at his joke. Meow! Fuck! I refuse! Is that 2020 yo-yos? Is that 2,000 or 20,000 or 2020 yo-yos?
Motherfucker, I wasn't counting.
I don't know. Was I close? It's 2020. Was I even close?
I'm gonna tell you just yes. You're
right.
perfect.
Yeah, that's what that's exactly what you're here for. Finally, after so many episodes, you realize why you're here.
Just cheer me on. That's
you are the Ed McMahon of the One Too Many podcast.
Dude,
you know what?
I am your Ed McMahon,
yes,
bro.
Here it is.
Exactly fucking right.
It's funny. It's like I listen to all these episodes, and I'm here.
Your Ed McMahon.
And I'm here with all these episodes, and I'm like the One Too Many podcast.
You know how long I've been wanting to say that on this fucking podcast?
Let it go. All right, back it up. Beep. First beep beep of 2020. Beep. Let it go. Let it out. You are the.
A lot of people don't even know who the fucking Ed McMahon is and Johnny Carson, man.
Yes.
If you ever go back on YouTube, check them out, man. On YouTube, you'll see Ed McMahon. That's me.
And let me ask you right now. When I pitched this idea for this podcast to you, what did I say to you? When you said, I don't know if I could do this, and what did I say? I want you to be my Ed McMahon.
You're my Ed McMahon. You're that guy.
You are my Ed McMahon to this podcast because it's funny.
You're that guy in the chair at the end of the couch.
Yes, that keeps me focused, keeps it rolling. When I'm getting a little crazy, you're the guy to go ha ha when there shouldn't be a laugh, when my jokes don't land. So you're the shout out to my. Hey guys, let's get a clap it up for the Ed McMahon podcast. Ed Frog McMahon or Ed Frogman of the podcast, but exactly.
We just need a Don Wrinkle to come in here and bust your balls.
Yeah, I wish, but honestly, that was the original pitch with you, man. When I was sitting there talking to you, I'm like, I have this idea, dude. And you said, what? You know these conversations we have driving home and these phone calls, and why don't we just record them? You know, like, can we do that, homie? I'm like, no, we can't record it, but why don't we do a podcast? I don't know. You were like, I don't know. I'm like, dude.
I was like, I don't know, man.
I said, think Johnny Carson's 70s. And you were like, yeah. Originally, you were like, yeah. And I'm like, 70s. If we have people on, and that's why the first few episodes, we were doing that whole like we're bringing guests on, like it was a talk show.
Yeah, bro.
And I was like, yo, man, I need you to be my fucking Ed McMahon. And you're like, okay. I don't know if I could do this. You could do it. You could do it. I need you to bring me back when I'm going out. See, the difference is like, I need you to bring me back when I'm going out, but I need you to let me go when I need to go. It's kind of a weird. It's kind of a weird. It's kind of a weird. You know what I mean? Like you know when I'm too far out, you bring me back. But when you feel like, yo, Dust is I really need to let this gate open. You got to let that gate open. You know what I mean? You got some responsibilities, man. There's a lot of responsibilities.
I know. Yeah.
But I'm glad we could get that out there for people to say from 2020, man. So it's the One Too Many podcast. The year is 2020. We're not robots. Are you a robot? I'm not a robot. I'm not flying a jet little space car going. That's the worst. Jetsons. Is that better? My laps. My laps were chapped, or my laps were chipped. Shout out to Chip Shipperson.
Drink a beer.
Yeah, shut up.
Take a swig and try it again.
Well, you know, that doesn't. Meet George Jetson. Yo, Judy was a hoe. I'm just going to tell you right now. That's what I heard on the streets. Were there street? Well, you know what? Here it is with Jetsons, and this is something I'm thinking about. Jetsons, everything was up in the air because, I don't know, probably because they were global warming and pollution, maybe. Or Iran nuked us, and that's why they had those apartments and houses, and everything was up above the clouds. Maybe it was Bespin. Maybe Jetsons were from Bespin, the Cloud City.
Maybe.
Recently, but,
Cloud City, man.
Yeah. I don't know where I'm going from this. How did I get from there from Judy? Bring me back.
Fuck driving the boat. Where's that slut?
Yeah. I don't even remember where the joke was going, but I don't get why they were so high.
Hi.
There was a joke there somewhere, and I'm going to fucking find out and remember where that fucking joke is from. Hey, welcome to the One Too Many podcast. My name is Dustmightz. Welcome to the show. Maybe that's going to be the new thing for 2020. Welcome to the show. Cricket. This is the One Too Many podcast. I'm joined by my co-host, my Egg McMahon. Shout out to the Frogman, a.k.a. the Lone Star. This is the one guy that walks into a public bathroom and goes to the one urinal right next to someone that's next in a urinal and looks down and says, do you need a hand with that?
What's going on, everybody?
Should I rewind? Should I say that joke again? Frogman is the one guy that walks into a public urinal. There's 4 urinals and one guy taking a piss. He goes and walks right next to the urinal with the guy that's pissing, looks down and says, do you need a hand with that?
Yeah, I know.
All right. I'm done. I'm done for the evening.
You're a funny guy, man.
What's up, dude?
What's going on, man?
That's a $3 joke that I fucked up twice.
So
I owe you $1.50. And I don't even remember.
$1.50, bro.
Dude, I don't even remember the fucking Judy Jetson joke was so good, and I don't even fucking remember. All right, keep it rolling. We're gonna play a new game on the One Too Many podcast. Guess the punchline. When Dust is into a couple of beers. What's up, dude? Happy 2020, man.
Happy New Year, bro. Happy New Year, everybody.
Yeah.
Welcome to the show.
Man, it's been a while, man. I think last time I talked was the last show. There was no phone calls.
Time, 3 weeks back?
3 weeks. 12 days, man. No texting, and it's a couple of phone calls. No phone calls, nothing. Tried calling you, but you were at the movies. What'd you see?
I was watching Star Wars.
Yeah, we're not talking about that here.
No, we're not. But
real quick, real, 5.5. You?
I'm more of a 6.2.
All right. Wow, Frankie, look at it, aristocrat here, Frankie. We got an aristocrat over here, Frankie. Awesome, man. How was your New Year's?
Oh, pretty good, bro. It's pretty quiet. Pretty quiet, man. Just here with the family and my brother. Just the same thing as Christmas, but New Year's, not really doing much. But just happy that my family's together, healthy, man. I wish everyone the best. And hopefully everybody had a great New Year, man.
Would have been a really good New Year's if you got the family together and fired up the deer hunter.
Yeah, that would have been
it's
a
good
little
to just
bit
smack and eat. Meow, meow, the whole family. Meow, 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 meow. Instead of like a gun, is like a candy cane. Put a candy cane to your head. Meow. Shout out to Christmas. But I don't know, man. I'm trying to think of that Judy Jetson joke, man. That's gonna kill me, man. That was a good one. If I set that whole shit up, that was gonna be good. But yeah, my New Year's was fucking like the Birdman. No, but you remember the sound that the fucking Jetson car thing?
Yeah.
It would be like this, and I'm going to try this in my right. It would start all the way over here. Did you hear it go past? Did it go?
Dude, I know you're gonna go look for that fucking sound, and you're gonna.
Oh yeah. No. I don't think we need that sound because I think I nailed it. Hold on, one more time. I get it with the lips. I think I nailed that. That nailed it right there. But my New Year's.
You did a lot better with that one.
Yeah. New Year's Eve, had a couple people over, not too many, Gort and Vinny came by, Gort and his girl, and my homie Chris, it was small, man. I like small get-togethers because it's, when we do the big get-togethers here for toy shows and stuff, there's a lot of people, so, a lot going on, but when the smaller shows, you could really have a good time, But the air fryer was on fleek, man. That shit was fucking pumping shit out. Snacks every 20 minutes. Everybody was happy. We had a good time. I went to bed probably like 5:30.
Yeah, man, I saw you when you.
5:30 in the morning.
You went on the air, didn't you?
Yeah, I woke up in the morning. Vinny, everybody bounced, but Vinny slept here, and I'm like, man, I gotta get up. It was like 8:00 in the morning, and I'm like. Groggy. I'm looking on Facebook and I'm liking things and saying, "Hey, great night last night." Vinny's liking it. I'm like, "Oh fuck, Vinny's up. Let me go up and see what he's doing." The couch is empty. That's what I love. You got people staying over and they're gone before you even get up.
Damn, dude, he bounced before he fucking.
Yeah, he probably had work or something. I don't know.
Wow.
But that's Vinny, man. Shout out to Vinny, man. Really good time, man. We had a really good time, man. And that's what I like. Is like, I really like when everybody's here, but I like the small get-togethers because it's more personal and you get to chat and talk and.
Yeah, man, you're not going like crazy entertaining everybody. It's actually just
but you know me. I'm always on 120%. Always when there's people coming in my house, I'm always on overtime. You know what I mean? Getting that overtime money. So. But. Yeah,
man, you're always on the go, bro.
Yeah, that's it. Like a GoPro. So yeah, man. Here's the thing, man. Like, I didn't speak to you for a couple. And then when I finally did speak to you and say, "What's going on?" Like, I go. Do you want to record? Like, I asked you last week. You want to record to get this episode out? And you're like, "No, I'm on vacation. I got to go back tomorrow." Oh, you're on vacation? You're on vacation? I didn't know you were on fucking vacation. I didn't get the memo. How long you been on vacation? Wait a minute, guys. Here's the kicker. 2 weeks. 2 weeks. What the fuck? You're on vacation for 2 weeks and you didn't fucking tell me?
Well, nobody asked, man. No one told.
What do you mean, bro? Bro, when I have a vacation that's coming up, everybody in my world knows 3 weeks before I get on vacation. I do the vacation countdown 3 weeks prior. Day 42, vacation's coming up. Day 41, my vacation's almost there. You know, that's how I look forward to vacation.
I don't know, man. It's like
you're like 2 weeks. I'm like,
I haven't
bro.
had a vacation, bro, and dude, I haven't had a vacation, man, for my job like in fucking 13 years, man. Swear to God. So
there's no way.
I guess when it was my time to go on vacation,
no, for real. Never had one vacation,
a
week, 3 days, 5 days.
Nah, that's not a fucking vacation, dude. 3-5 days ain't shit. I mean, like a 2-week vacation, completely off, leave me the fuck alone kind of vacation from work. Never, bro. And I'll tell you why, man. You know, the way it worked out at work a long time ago was those other inspectors that would work with me. And some of them got arrested for, you know, drugs and shit.
Was that
so I went by myself,
was
dude.
that Inspector Clouseau?
It was an inspector, bro, that was running fucking coke on the with the work.
Another
vehicle.
joke that goes underappreciated because you don't know. Inspector Clouseau from Pink Panther. Keep it going. We got an inspector indicted for coke charges. Let's hear the story.
Yeah. He was indicted for coke charges using a city vehicle, man.
Wow.
So what happened? Yeah, what happened is once he went away,
he'd pull up to the wall. He'd pull up to the wall. They throw it over the wall into the fucking truck, and
dude, they actually, the FBI and whatnot, fucking was pretty sneaky, bro. Actually, he finished the day, went to go park the city vehicle at a parking garage, and as we're coming down, they kind of closed the parking garage, and they had SWAT and all that go upstairs where the vehicle was. And when they opened the truck, they found a lot of coke and weed in the back of the city vehicle. So the fucking guy went down to jail, man. He was like fucking 20 years or something like that. So wow. I wanted to stay by myself, man, for a long time. I was the only inspector for the whole city of Laredo, and Jesus, man. I didn't get any help as there was another just hired to at least 2014. 2015 or something like that, and I started teaching these guys, and I had help. Then some of them quit, and I wound up by myself again. And to make a long story short, it's fucking 2019, and now it's like I had an opportunity. My boss says, "You know what? You deserve it. Take 2 weeks off, bro, and go for it."
So you took your vacation where?
I was just here at home, man. I just locked myself up.
Dude, that's where I set you up. You gotta say, deep in the heart of Texas. Come on, man. Don't you see where I'm setting you up? Come on. I'm fucking like John McEnroe. I'm fucking hitting that tennis ball up your ass. Come on. But, wow. You know, when you told me, like, you're like, yeah, I'm on vacation. I'm like, how many? 2 weeks? I'm like, 2 weeks? What the fuck? We could have fucking banked like 9 shows. We could have been good until June.
Hey, you're still at work, dog.
Dude, I would have made the time. We could have been talking about, I had 2 days. Dude, you want to talk about your vacation? Let's talk about Dustmightz vacation. I had 2 vacations 2 weeks in a row. And to me,
how'd that go down?
2 days back to back is a vacation for me. So, so for me, in my opinion.
Bro. No doubt.
So I had Christmas Eve. And then I had Christmas Day and the day off after. That's a vacation. And then I went back. I worked New Year's Eve. I had New Year's Day and the day off after that. That's another vacation. So I had 2 vacations with your 2 vacations. It's just mine was just less days. So to me, that was my vacation, man. It was so fucking good, man. What a fucking year, man. I don't know how much longer I can fucking deal with this.
I don't know, man. The thing with you and vacations, man, sometimes I don't know if you drive yourself nuts.
Dude, you know what's funny was like, and it's funny you say it's like Christmas is like by the second day, I was bored. I was running out of things to do. I'm like, and this happens to me when I do staycations. Sometimes I do staycations when I'm really not doing anything and I'm just hanging out around the house and stuff like that. And I have projects, but I don't do the projects, but I get bored anyway. And I'm like, I got video games out the ass. I got a pirated fucking video system where I can watch anything I want whenever I want. I could stream whatever I fucking want. I can make music. I could listen to records. I could go on the internet and watch anything that I want to watch. I have fucking toys that I haven't opened up for the past year. I have my collection, which I could fuck with and take pictures and do videos. I could podcast, for hours.
Yeah.
But I'm on the couch, all frumpy, bored. in the same underwear I've been wearing for 4 days because I'm on vacation. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I'm like, I'm stinking, haven't showered in 3 days, haven't smelt fresh air or been in sunlight for fucking 3 days, and I'm complaining about being bored.
Bitch, open a window, man.
I have 10 long boxes of comic books I could fucking read if I wanted to. I could clean my apartment. I could go through closets. I could pet the cats. I could make a pizza.
You can go for a walk.
Yeah. Nah, that ain't happening. I could wash some dishes. But no, I'm laying on the couch, arms crossed, all depressed because I'm bored and I can't find anything on TV to watch. Dude, that
2 days,
is fucking
bro.
Incredible. That's
Dude, I could have gone another 2 weeks.
That's 2 days. Dude, I got a vacation coming up in February. I better fucking plan something or I'm just going to fucking pull all 6 hairs out of my fucking head. By the way, I am a month and a half behind on a haircut. I look like fucking, I got a mullet and I look like fucking Paulie Walnuts with the fucking silver wings going up on the side of my head. My hair
Man, I'm surprised, bro.
It's out of control right now, man.
I'm surprised you always get that shit cut right away.
Dude, I look like Peter Mayhew without the Wookiee wig. When he pulls the Wookiee face off, Peter Mayhew. Yeah. Dude, it's incredible how much fucking hair I have right now, man. It's killing me. And here's the thing, my barber is crazy. Like he works until 12 on Saturday. He's off Sunday, off Monday. So usually I'll get a Sunday off. He's closed. Mondays, okay, I can work, but I can leave early to get a haircut. He's closed. Tuesday, he's closed. My 1 day off, he's closed. So what the fuck?
Damn, what are the odds, man?
Yeah, and you know what? A couple of days ago, I usually try, because he's not too far from my job. He's about 7 or 8 minutes, depending on traffic. Could be 10. So I try to go on lunch. I got an hour for lunch, so I fucking fly out. I'll drive there real quick, pull into the parking lot. Hopefully nobody's in the chair, because he's got two other barbers with him, but everybody likes Joey, so everybody wants to go to Joey. So I'm like, Joey's the only guy that he can only give me the Gotti. So I look around, I'm like, man, all right, there's nobody in the chair. So I pulled into the parking lot, and I get out of my car, and here's one. It must have been his son with an elderly guy pushing him in. And I'm like, oh, fuck, he's going to go to Joe, isn't he? The old guys will go to Joe. And, yeah, he was in Joe. I just got back in my car and went back to work, and I'm like, fuck!
Dude,
the planets don't lie for me, man. Shout out to haircuts, man. I even offered him, man. I'm like, dude, and his haircuts are like, it's $25 for a haircut, but it's an old school barber.
Not bad.
He's a barber, It's a barber. Yeah. He's got the combs with the blue fucking liquid. He's got the fucking the spiral. He's a 3rd generation barber from the same spot. 3 generations.
Nice.
3 generations, and he's got his son cutting hair. Of course, his son is doing the
single edge razor.
His son is doing the fades with the fucking shape ups and shit like that. And and Joey does the old school guys. And I'm like. He's a hunter, so he's got deer heads all over the fucking bar. And this is the type he's an Italian guy. And you walk in there, he's got a TV on, and when you walk in there, they got Netflix and Goodfellas is playing, or like Godfather.
Nice.
Like, yeah, this is my barbershop. You know what I mean? This is my barbershop. So.
Yeah, man, that's freaking badass, dude.
Old school, man. He's got like all the old school shit. Like I don't know if you guys remember. They got that vibrating thing that's on top of the hand. Yeah, he puts it on your neck and goes. And I'm like, I tell him, if you go a little lower, you get another 20. That's a Rodney Dangerfield joke. Hey, if you go a little lower, you get another $20. You know what I'm saying? But he's like old school. He keeps that old school vibe, which I love. You know what I mean? I mean, I don't need a shave, so I don't get that old school shave. But it's because like back in the day, I used to go to like these. And this is where we're going with this podcast, I guess. I would go to a barber shop, and there'd be like 3 chicks in there chewing fucking spearmint gum. You know what I mean? All fucking, disgusted about everything, and they cut your hair. They want you to look like their cop boyfriend, because they're all Dayton state troopers and cops, local cops. So they all want you to have the high and tight. You know what I mean? They want your hair to look like theirs. They don't know how to cut hair. They're just occasionally you get that boob on your shoulder, and you're like, ooh, I got a boob on my shoulder. Ooh, 1950. Oh. But with my hair, I like my hair a certain way, and this dude understands me. I've been going there for fucking 10 years. You know what I mean? This guy is I'm setting my ways with this barber. And the one thing is, like, I see him every quarter. When I should be seeing him every 2 months, I see him every like 3 months, and it's not. And I always tell him, like, the first thing I say in my chair, man, I sit in the chair. He's like, "What's going on, Eddie?" I'm like, "Man, I should have been here." Yeah, I know. He just look. He's like, "Man, that shit's fucking looking bad." So he gets all crazy, and he understands about where my hair is going and shit like that. So that's my favorite barber that I like to go to, Joey Palumbo. That's on there. So shout out to Joe Palumbo, doing my hair right. 10 years.
Joe Palumbo.
How the fuck do we get on barbers?
Barbers, you said you had an appointment on your vacation, but
we were from intros to vacations to barbers.
Yeah, so. Dude. It's that, what do you do now? Are you going to fucking go back or what?
No, we're going to talk about how you roll up into a fucking public bathroom when there's 4 urinals and one guy taking a piss, and you just roll right into next to the guy taking a piss. That way
you can have
and look down and say, "Hey, you need." Oh, we did that already. Yeah. I'm sorry.
Yeah, man.
So, yeah, man.
Yeah. There's so many urinals. You might as well go to the guy that's next.
Yeah, why not? You can look down and say, "Hey, you need help with that?" Hey,
need a little help shaking it there, buddy?
Yeah.
You okay? You good?
Hey. You do your best Darth Vader impression. Impressive, most impressive.
Most impressive.
See, I like to walk up there and be like Blazing Saddles. Like, if you ever see Blazing Saddles.
Really? How's that?
Yeah. You never seen Blazing Saddles?
No, it shouldn't surprise you why I haven't seen fucking Blazing Saddles.
Oh, my God. Ladies and gentlemen, why am I doing a podcast with a guy that doesn't watch the movie? When are we going to... We need to plan a...
Hold up.
What up? Hold up. Wait up, baby.
There's a massive delay.
On your end?
I don't know. It's on my end. I'm kind of delayed, but...
I hear you fine. Am I fine? Or
you hear me fine?
It's probably on your end.
I hear you perfectly.
So where's the delay?
Well, when I speak...
You hear it?
I hear myself, but...
You shouldn't be hearing it.
It's staticky and choppy a little bit.
You shouldn't even be hearing... I don't hear I hear myself through my headphones, but you should be hearing yourself through your headphones.
I can't hear myself.
You can't hear yourself through your headphones?
Mm-mm.
Oh, you're on mobile. That's why.
Yeah, bro.
Shout out to mobile. 85 octane. Pull up to any gas station in 1974 and get mobile gas.
85 octane. That's pretty fucking low, bro.
Is mobile still a gas station?
Mobile gas station? It should be.
Is mobile
still in business.
Is mobile still in the fucking the gas game?
I don't know if they're in the gas game, but they're in the oil. Still in the oil business.
Yeah, they get You know where Mobile One, man? That's where they're making the Earl money from. Earl money.
Yeah.
Mobile.
Yeah, man.
Gas station. Yeah, once they really lock down the synthetic game, they got a brand. There's a lot. All oils make castor oil that Earls make a synthetic brand, but you know what? When you pull into an oil change place and you want a synthetic oil change, you say Mobile One. Mobile
That's
One.
one of the best ones, man.
It's a brand you could trust. And it's probably all the same. It's probably all the same. But they were the first ones with their hands in on this because I know this because I worked that was a big part of my game back in the day. But yeah, keeping it rolling. Shout out to Mobile One. Trying to go back to the
Shout out to Mobile One, man.
Where do we get on Mobile One?
You're talking about the movie with Richard Pryor. Couldn't make it because of his cocaine problem.
Yeah, Blazing Saddles. It's Blazing Saddles. We talked about that.
Yeah,
Water's
man.
Deep too. Yeah, all right.
Yeah, what other movie would you fucking be watching when you're on vacation for those 2 days?
Yeah, man. Let's get into a segment. What you be watching?
What you be watching?
What you be watching? You gotta write that down. What you be watching? Let's see. I unfortunately watched the new Star Wars, and not getting into it, but I gave it a 5.5, and things I liked, things I disliked, certain things I wasn't unsure of, and it's
just glad it's over, man.
Yeah. I'm glad it's the part of my life that I was never invested in is over, and I can't wait to see what they do next. And keeping it moving.
Whatever they do next, it's not about us, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's gonna go back. But I did watch, and I was really excited for this movie, and I thought it was gonna be okay. And everybody was saying, "Oh, it's Uncut Gems with Adam Sandler." It was like his. It wasn't a comedy role. It was like his one serious role, and he's a diamond dealer in Manhattan. And I don't want to give too much away from it, but the things that took me away, it was a good movie. It wasn't like it's kind of like the back of the day. It reminded me of like back in the day, like all these guys making these low scale movies, like independent films and all that, like your Miramax, your Reservoir Dogs, your Donnie Brasco's, all those movies that
it's like low budget movies and stuff.
But they weren't low budget, but yet they still were just not put out by that big company. And the movie was okay, but it was like if you skipped your Ritalin, if you didn't take your fucking anxiety medicine or Ritalin, it was all over the place. The score, and this is the score of the movie, and I'm a music guy, but the score,
you're a music guy.
It was so loud, obnoxious. It took you. A score of the movie is supposed to put you into the scene. Don't get me wrong. The music in a scene is supposed to put you even deeper to make you feel like you are there and part of that scene. This score made me want to go puke in the bathroom when I heard it. It took
that
me,
bad.
Dude. Honestly. Listening to the score, it took 5 points. If there was 10 points, it took 5 points off the movie to me.
Jesus,
it distracted, bro. No, it distracted me. It was so loud, it didn't make any sense. And I'm not talking about the the music, the well-known or the music that that's put out. It's the score, the original score of the movie. It didn't fit through the whole fucking movie. But don't get me wrong.
Wow.
Don't let that distract you from watching it. Watch the movie, but because
this is an Adam Sandler movie.
Yeah, but it's not Adam Sandler being a comedian. I mean, don't touch that. He does a lot of screaming, but it's more of him being in a dramatic role, not being da 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 dust. Not being that guy. He's being a dramatic guy, and everybody kept waiting for that comedy.
And it never came, man.
I mean, it's really good. Cinematography is awesome. It's well put up, but I'm telling you, man, the music, the score just takes you out of it, and you're like, what the fuck? My ears are hurting. What's going on? I can't concentrate, and it's fast.
I'm surprised
moving.
you didn't bounce, dude, and just
no, something like that. I'm gonna give it my all, and the cuts were just a little weird, and like. Once I started getting the rhythm of the movie and seeing where they're going with it, and I was like, all right, this is awesome. I know where they're going to go. the best thing about it was the last half hour was fucking incredible. Music or not, the last half hour of this movie was fucking incredible. I really enjoyed the last half hour. But
Wow.
I'm not giving it a thumbs down. It's just like, that fucking
It's almost there.
kill me. Yeah, man. Honestly, it was almost to be on the Dustmightz Criterion Collection. You know what I mean? Like the Dustmightz Criterion Collection was almost there. It was almost there. And like I'll watch
thumbs down,
it.
almost there.
I'll watch
almost
this.
going down.
I'll watch this again if I can remix it. But yeah, I'm swigging it. I gotta take a swigging it. Just a little bit. You could tell me, like, Dustmightz, you're a fucking asshole. Yeah, it's fine. You don't see this like I see it. You know what I mean? But if we're together in the movie theater, sitting next to each other, holding hands and eating popcorn, we would see things differently. As long as you don't have a hole, as long as you don't have a hole at the bottom of your fucking popcorn. We ain't seeing nothing differently there, but but you know what? Like, you watch a movie alone, but when you watch it with other people, you kind of like get a different vibe, and you kind of like enjoy and share. And you stop especially if it's a video, you stop it and talk about it, and that's what I like about watching movies with other people. Like, we can stop it. What do you think? Did you like that? What the fuck did he just do? And we have a conversation just like we're doing right now. So basically, like an hour and a half movie takes 3 hours, and it becomes a podcast when you watch a movie on my couch with me. That's just me. This is me. I overanalyze. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Bring that back. Whoa. What the hell is that? And we talk about it a little bit, and then we continue on. So like, so like a
fucking, like you said, man, a 2-hour movie becomes 3.5 hours.
Yeah, exactly. It's part of the Dustmightz Criterion Collection. But yeah, man, I'm not saying.
Let's watch that again from the beginning. I'm like, no.
And what else did I watch? Oh, shout out to Matt. I'm always looking forward to the next worst John Travolta movie that I can find, because John Travolta is John Travolta's on a really bad run lately. He just did that last Gotti. Have you ever seen Gotti?
You know what, man? Anything with John Travolta, I don't bother to watch, dude. His shit sucks, bro.
Dude.
Like, lately, whatever he's doing sucks, man. I'll see Pulp Fiction and I'll see other shit.
That's what it was. Everybody remembers the Pulp Fiction era when he came back and all that bullshit. And, like...
Dude, everything else after that, no.
Swordfish, he was good in Swordfish. What was that? Taking Pelham 1, 2, 3 was good. That remake.
Ooh, I love that one.
Yeah, that remake was good. I'm like, he was very.
Like
he's a very character actor, and I get it.
Yeah.
If he's not standing up on cars and going, oh no, 1 more miles, grease lightning. If he's not being Joey Fuckface, taking a cock in his ass and fucking Kaneki.
I can't picture him as a big fucking mobster, mob boss.
Dude, and that was the thing too. Like, when they said like he was gonna, John Travolta's doing Gotti, I'm like,
no way, man, that's not gonna work.
I just fucking laughed. And then when I watched the movie, guess what I did?
You fucking laughed, turn that shit off. I bet.
Dude, the worst. No, you have to go all the way. And the funny thing was, it was directed by. You ever remember Entourage, the TV series, HBO series Entourage?
I remember it, but
no. This is where Frogman says. This is where Frogman says, I never watched that also, and I'm like, you motherfucker, I'm gonna
Seen it.
Okay. So at least we got half. You heard of it. Dude, we got to talk.
I don't care for it.
Dude, no, you will care for it when you see it. We got to talk. But yeah, I'm going to have you in a chair. Like Alex from A Clockwork Orange. And you don't even know what it is. You're sitting in a chair with these fucking metal things keeping your eyelids open, strapped to a chair. And I'm going to keep playing things and playing and playing. Oh, yeah, man. You're fucked.
Fucking watch it.
Yep. And then hopefully in another 2 months, we'll have the One Too Many podcast where I can say, hey, you remember that? And be like, yeah, Dust, I remember that. Blah, 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 blah. The conversation goes on for hours. Instead of cricket. I love you, dude.
Oh, man.
So, going back down my movie fucking road here, shout out to John Travolta with a straight to Amazon release, directed by the one and only Fred Durst. Shout out to Matt H.
Anything straight to Amazon release is gonna probably suck.
Yeah, anything that goes straight, it used to be back in the day, straight to DVD. I mean, now it's straight to your streaming service. Well, which streaming service? Straight to the one you don't give a fuck about. You're like, when you go straight to Hulu, you're like, ugh, Jesus Christ.
That bad. Who? It's going to be a bad one.
Who? What are you fucking out? What are you fucking out? What are you fucking out? Shout out to Donnie Boss.
Fucking out?
What are you fucking out? Who? What are you fucking out? This is Al Pacino. Who? What are you fucking out? Got my lips. Hoo-ah. Straight to fucking Amazon release. It's called The Fanatic. The Fanatic, which is kind of a play off of an earlier 60s movie, and then it goes from the 90s with, which was a great movie, The Fan. If you've never seen this movie from the 90s, I forgot what the year was. The Fan, it's Wesley Snipes and Robert De Niro. Guys, if you've never seen that movie, please, movie time with Dust. Let's sit down and watch this. One of my favorites. Because, in The Fanatic, and thanks for bringing me back on point, The Fanatic, it's John Travolta playing a challenged person. Like back in the day, I would say, in the back of the day, and guys, don't get mad at me. Back in the day, we say he's retarded. And it's nice to say that word once in a while. You're retarded. Like back in the day, we're like, oh, you're so retarded. It's not like because you're stupid or you're challenged. You're just being an idiot. You know what I mean? Like,
you're being an idiot.
You're being stupid. Yeah. Hey, look at me. I could put 18 fucking hard-boiled eggs in my mouth. You're a retard. And that's where it goes. Yeah. But nowadays, you can't say it. So there's challenges. He has challenges. And he's like a grown man. I think John Travolta's like fucking 59, but, he's up there. And he's got this fucking crazy wackadoo haircut. And he talks like a challenged person would. I'm trying to make this correct. And he lives in Los Angeles. And he's a comic book horror. He likes horror movies. He's a comic book guy, geek guy. We could all understand about that. But he's infatuated with actors from movies and collecting autographs. Does it sound similar to what we're talking about with The Fan?
Yeah.
Like
so was the movie that bad?
Yeah, it was bad.
Yeah.
But you could see points where it's low budget. Directed by Fred Durst, baby. Shout out to Fred Durst. Get your Yankee fitted hats and put them backwards. Limp Bizkit, yeah.
Dude, I always wondered what happened to that motherfucker, dude.
Yeah, so was I. I thought it was under somebody's fucking house.
He was
under
fucking
someone's...
dead, that piece of shit. I was wondering. Fred Durst, fuck that, man. It's a piece of shit movie's gonna suck.
Nah, but you know what? I mean, and this is like, I could see like somebody like Travolta saying
you should have just started there, man. Fred Durst produces motherfucker.
Yeah, but I can see Travolta like taking this role on, being like, this is where I'm gonna get my Oscar. Everybody's gonna think I'm so good. I'm playing a challenged person. I'm like, well, think about all these years that how many people played fucking challenge people. Dustin Hoffman, Rain Man, and you can just go right down the line. Like, there's so many better performers. Tom Hanks, fucking Saving Private Ryan. He played that asshole fucking general. No.
He fucking did.
He was Forrest Gump. You get what I'm saying?
Forrest Gump.
We're not saying
all those, man,
as much as I'm going to say. Hold on, back it up. I'm going to say the name. I'm going to say that word one more time. He was playing a retard. Back it up, man. Challenge person, someone with challenges. You get what I'm saying. I mean, it's not that.
Yeah, man.
But there's so many other people that done it beforehand, and if he thought he was going to get an Oscar for Gotti and didn't get it, or if he's going to get a nomination for this, dude, I don't know. But you know what? From a comedic standpoint, watch the movie. Matt H., I told him to watch it. I haven't heard him. He said, my wife's going to hate you. And I said, all right, it's all good. Let her hate me. I recommended it. But I didn't recommend it. I didn't recommend it because, oh my God, it's the best movie of the year. I recommended it because people need to see it. You get what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like,
hey, man,
the movie was good, or
there's
the movie
nothing wrong with watching mentally
retards,
messed up person. Yeah, retard.
Challenge,
stalker and shit.
But no. Yeah. Like it was crazy. Like, and in like the scenarios they put him in, he turned into like one of the Three Stooges. That's something that I would love to sit down with a bunch of dudes and just watch it and just like, wow,
dude.
Wow. And then the ending, you're like, really? Did it really end this way? I'm like, how does this fucking happen? What magical world are you in where this happens like this? Wow.
The guy gets away with it, nothing happens.
Dude, I'm not even.
Whatever.
You have to fucking see it. I will download it on my computer and sit here in a rock watch and watch it with you. That's not broadcasted, of course, because we don't want to get fucking nailed. I will sit here and do a watch party with you.
He's going to force me to watch it.
Oh, I will force you to fucking watch it. Like Alex from The Clockwork Orange, which you've never seen, which we'll be watching that right after that. It'll be a double feature. And then 2 minutes later, a triple feature, we'll be doing Deer Hunter. Dude, man.
Holy shit.
I got to give you a... Yeah, you know what? Here's the thing. Like, the next time I ever think about doing an idea about podcasts, I got to give you like a, I don't know, I
need you to watch all these movies before we
it's like what do they call those? A form you fill out? Like, what are they? Have you ever seen this? It's check. You got to check all these boxes. It's like a...
Jesus Christ, I got homework now. What the fuck?
No. You already got the gig. I mean, I'm saying in the future. How long is this?
For next show, you're gonna be like, you got
homework. I'm just saying. I'm thinking, how long is this gonna last? I got to think about the future. It's gonna be like a job application.
Kick them off the show.
Yeah, it's gonna be like a job application. You gotta check. Have you ever seen these 5 movies? Check. Nope.
Foresee Matt H. taking my position in the future.
Never happened, dude. Yeah. Never take a position, man. Be on the show, but never take a position. But yeah, man. And then those are the 3 movies like I've been watching this week. That really, I mean, I throw the fodder in there because I'm hanging around. But those are the 3 like things that like the 3 that
man, with so much shit you can do and. You watch John Travolta in a shitty movie.
Dude, I have to. Once I heard about it, and I did some fucking investigating, I'm like, man, I have to see this.
You're like, oh man, I gotta watch this shit.
And then I was on Amazon, and I'm like, it's on here? Get the fuck out. And the same thing with Gotti. Like, Gotti dropped on a Friday. On Monday, it was on Amazon Prime. It dropped in theaters on a Friday. Monday was on Amazon Prime. And I'm telling you right now, that movie was and I'm a mob movie fanatic. I love the mob movies. I know the history.
Yeah,
I grew up in those neighborhoods with the history. That fucking movie was the fucking worst. Amada Sante did a movie called Gotti back in the day. It was in the 90s. Fucking
Yeah, I think I
incredible.
vaguely remember it.
Incredible. Oh my God. If you want, and I get it. They went through the trial and all that with the John Travolta flick because,
But why him, dude?
it was
Dude,
more
I can't
modern.
see him in that fucking role.
Yeah, exactly, man. Out of anybody out there, I cannot see John. I'm gonna win an Oscar. No, you're not. You're gonna suck some cock because he's a closet. All right, enough about that.
He's a classic.
He's a
Closet.
classic. He's a classic. So those are my movies. What the fuck have you been watching, dude?
Me?
Yeah.
Nothing.
2 weeks off. 2 weeks off.
Well, I watch a lot of YouTube, man.
Shacked up in the crib, and you haven't been watching any movies?
I watch a lot of YouTube, dude. I'll watch, like, say, obviously the Star Wars shit to catch up to the new one, just a refresh. But mostly I'll watch YouTube and a podcast called The Nine Club.
The who?
Yeah. It's the Nine Club based on... It's just these skaters, man.
Dude, that's when you say, what are you, an owl?
Who? What are you, fucking owl?
You want me to fucking say?
You gotta say, what are you, fucking owl? Who? What are you, fucking owl? Oh, what are you, fucking owl? Shout out to fucking Donnie Brother. So, what's the podcast called? What's it called?
So, let's put up and watch it. It's called The Nine Club, man.
The Nine what?
The Nine Club.
The Nine Club. Is it the Nine Club? Are you watching some Nazi shit? What's it called?
Man, it's the Nine Club. It's based on it's based on skaters and shit from the past and
like
see
Bones
how
Brigade,
they've been, what they've been doing.
Bones Brigade, Tony
Bones
Hawk
Brigade and all these.
Yeah.
But not only those old time skaters, but modern skaters. Any skaters that are pretty famous out there, and they'll interview them. And you'll have people like Christian Hosoi and Mike V.
Shout out to Hosoi with the bent neck.
They'll tell you.
Hosoi had that bent neck. He never had the straight neck. So what was it? Was like the search for edible chin 2020? What's going on?
Nah, man, it's just it's
you remember
just
that? You remember that video? The search for Bones Brigade.
Yeah, I remember that fucking video.
Eddie Guerrero. Eddie Guerrero from the top rope. Eddie Guerrero hits him with a skateboard. Oh my God!
It's Tony
Hawk's doing the splash. Yeah, I got the names mixed up, but yeah, man. Like back in the day, back in the day, I was the same way, man. Even though we were in Brooklyn and the projects, we were watching that skate shit, man. The skateboarding.
It's popular, man. Lance Mountain, Steve Caballero.
Caballero. All those dudes, man. I remember that, man. The search for Animal Chin. And the old school Bones Brigade.
You have actually
it was an old VHS.
Mike V's from New Jersey.
What's that?
Yeah, Mike Vallely's from New Jersey, Edison, New Jersey, I think.
Yeah, he lives right next door. I caught him stealing a package off my steps. Kicked him in the ass, but yeah, man, it was funny. A lot of people don't realize, like, even though I'm from the fucking projects, skating was big in the '80s, man. Huge, and like
huge.
I remember huge yams. My buddies all had like the $150 boards. Even though we lived in the projects, of course I couldn't afford it. I remember for my sister for my birthday, went to KB Toys, and when of course skateboarding was like a big thing, and she bought me like a $40 skateboard from KB, and she said, "Here, you can go out with your friends," and she didn't get it. Like those boards that these guys are riding, like $125 with the trucks and the fucking the Pirelli wheels or whatever the fuck they were called, like they were custom made boards with the fucking grip on it.
Made either for vert or street, and the grip.
Like my buddies are like
the G-bone wheels and.
it was like my life story. Like growing up in the early '80s, all my hip hop friends had fucking Adidas shell toes, right? You know, 3 stripes, a shell toe, Adidas, da-da-da. My mom would buy me the bootlegs from fucking Favor, who had 4 stripes with a shell top on them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I got beat up a lot. And then here's my sister.
You got beat up?
Yeah, I got beat up a lot. Here's my sister, because we didn't have much. We didn't have no money. Single mom, 3 kids in the projects.
They were expensive, man.
She had no job.
Village,
she was
bro.
working at on welfare. You know, this is how I grew up. You know, until I got old enough to start making my own money on my own, doing some shit. That's what I had to deal with. So here's my sister feeling bad for me because all my buddies have skateboards and they're doing their thing. And granted, they're $150, $200 skateboards. She grabs me this $40 fucking skateboard for fucking KB Toys. The thing looked like a fucking surfboard with wheels. You know, it was huge. You know, like the old school boards.
Yeah, they're
sleek,
pretty big, man.
Sleek
I remember
with
those.
the big tail to do the kick flips. Yeah, she gives me this fucking whale. It looked like a fucking whale of a fucking skateboard. It's funny how we're going on this, and I don't think I've ever told the story to any fucking body. But I
never heard this one before.
But I brought it out and I got laughed at so hard. This is in the projects. I was like, hey, I got my skateboard. They laughed at me so fucking hard, man. So hard. That skateboard, it never made the light of day after that. Never. What I did was I started going. What I started doing was.
People didn't know that, man. A lot of people didn't know that.
My sister has no clue about the Bones Brigade and official boards, you know, skateboards. She just said, "Hey, I feel bad." Shout out to my sister for that. Yeah. I feel bad. My brother can't hang out with his friends with skateboards because he doesn't have a skateboard. I'm gonna buy him a skateboard. KB Toys. Oh, there's a skateboard, and I get it. But this is the shit for years, and I know everybody that's listening to me knows the disappointment of family members that buy them Christmas gifts or birthday gifts of things that you think they should know or are going to get you. And it's that, oh, fuck. That disappointment.
They get you made fun of and
that
fuck with you and shit. Yeah,
feeling,
bro.
man. That disappointment feeling, man. Oh, God. That's
what I've been watching, man.
It's in my heart. I feel it every day. So you're going back to the old skateboarding joints?
Oh, well, I collect them, dude. I collect all kinds of skateboards. And
are you
I watched that.
Are you ollieing and doing things?
Man. Nah, man. That fucking 250 pounds, 5'7", fucking 41 years old shit. I ain't fucking.
Oh, man, you got that, bro.
I ain't getting on that shit, man. Hey, you know what? If I lose some weight, if I lose like 40, 50 pounds, dude, I'm down, man. I'll fucking start throwing
just 40 or 50
from the old days, man.
Just 40 or 50?
Yeah, bro. As long as I get to like 190, I'm good, bro. I'm good, bro. I'll fucking do tricks and shit. But that's what I've been watching. I catch up on that stuff. I like it, man. And I'll watch a lot of stuff on YouTube and, Netflix. I'll pick a movie or two. But I never know what to watch,
YouTube fanatic,
man. I'm on Netflix.
Well, Netflix.
It's so much stuff. There's so many fucking movies.
Well, that's why Dustmightz is going to add things to your list. We share the same account. I can slide in there, add. I'll throw some movies on there for you, man.
Yeah.
And you just get
cool,
to it,
man.
And just like, I like this, I don't like that, whatever. It's all good. How about TV-wise? Anything TV-wise?
Nah, the only thing I'll watch is the bullshit going on with the Crisis on Infinite Earths from the DC thing.
Dude, man, I want to get into that, but it just... You know what? The easiest way for me is watching recap on YouTube. I used to watch Flash a lot. I stopped watching Arrow. And the other one, what's that with the whole crew on that ship?
The Legends?
Yeah.
I don't like Legends.
Yeah, man. That just got too campy for me.
The only two I really watch is The Flash and Batwoman or whatever.
Nah, I ain't fucking with that cunt. There's no way.
That's the only two I watch.
There's no way I'm doing that. No. There's no way I could fucking take that fucking glass full of water and shards of fucking razor blades and
well, that's the closest thing to Batman, dude. They're not gonna fucking show anything Batman. That fucking sucks.
And it's not because of who she is or her gender or her sexual preferences. Just not doing it. That's just me. That's me personally. So,
Yeah.
Well. What about The Mandalorian?
But
I watched
TV wise, TV. The what?
The Mando. Not watching The Mando?
Oh, fuck yeah, dude. But that shit's over now, man.
Yeah, it's TV, though. We've
wait.
been watching it. There was a couple episodes.
Yeah, dude. The Mandalorian. Yeah, dude.
Hey, this is where we segue. Where wake this guy up and say, "Hey, remember that big series with that little fucking green dude?" And
I'm sorry, guys, man. If this podcast sounds a little fucked up, guys, I'm on a bad delay here, dude.
No, you're fine. Oh, you hear me delayed?
Yeah, bro. You're choppy and it chums around, and you're on a bad delay. So that's why I'm not as.
You're on a bad internet connection. That's all that is, man. Throw an extra
good,
fucking
bro. Strong. Pretty strong.
Throw an extra iguana in the wheel, and you go.
Yeah, where's the fucking
You have iguanas.
Little rat to get on the wheel, rat.
Do you have iguanas in Texas, or am I like too desert? Is that way too desert? Are you desert? Is there desert there, or are you not desert?
It's no fucking desert, man.
Oh, so you're not like I think Texas is like tumbleweeds.
No, man.
Woo!
Well, you get tumbleweeds regardless wherever you are.
I see
bro.
Walter White in the background. Woo! Like it's not like that. All right. So
I'll put it to you this way: it's not as green and as foresty like where you're from.
Yeah, I'm on Endor.
It's not
New
that
Jersey's like Endor. You're like
bro. It's not
you're,
like
you're
that.
not
I wish it was
Tatooine.
like that, but
You're not Tatooine, but you're like I don't even know what Star Wars planet we could call you. I know there's Sand Planet.
It's not a desert though.
There's Sand Planet, Snow Planet, Green Planet, building Planet, which is Coruscant. That's all I know for Star Wars. There's no
man. I don't think Star Wars has a fucking planet that'll.
I don't think there's no in between planet, man. It kind of sucks.
Yeah, man.
J.J. Abrams, where you at, homie? Where you at with that one?
Come on, man. What the fuck? Dude, but back to the Mandalorian.
All right,
dude,
back it up. Beep, beep.
All
right.
Yeah, dude, I was pretty bummed out, man, when they killed that guy,
that guy.
Kind of like the old guy, man, that hooked up the Mando when they fucked up.
Oh, the Ugnaught, Nick Nolte.
Yeah,
Nick
Nolte. Does I have spoken, dude? Man, I was pretty bummed when they killed.
Yeah, he's spoken right up his ass. Spoken. Man, I have so much love and hate for that fucking series, man. It's all about fan service, and it's one of those series. Like basically, there was Favreau wrote 5 episodes, and they just put fillers in. And you get it. They put fillers around it, and it kind of kept the story connected, but it really wasn't point of the story. But I think one of my favorite off-brand episodes from that story was the Rogues Gallery episode, where he did the job with the crew, the Bill Burr, you know what I mean, the guy from Shawshank, the guy from Shawshank, and the chick from Game of Thrones. Bro. That was a really good episode. I really enjoyed that a lot. It showed some. It definitely showed some balance to the Force, as they say, but that was really good. And it's cool that like at the end you think like he killed him and like he just put him in. It was like so classic. He just put him in a cell, and there they are at the end of the episode. We're gonna get you, revenge. So it just makes me feel like this guy's gonna come back because I love Bill Burr. That was Bill Burr. That wasn't just like Bill
he did good.
Bill Burr wasn't playing a character. Bill Burr was being Bill Burr. Straight from Boston. You know what I mean? He was straight from Boston and being that guy. And I thought
he did good, man. I like that episode.
Yeah, it fit well for his character. And there's some, some of the filler episodes that were okay, but they didn't really don't get me wrong. I enjoyed the series tremendously, but there were some episodes that just let me a little less lackluster, It was
thought
good,
it was
but
going to
it
be
did.
more
It was
Mandalorian, bro. The families, the what do you
they're-
call them?
the guilds.
The
They're
different
putting
families.
they're putting that in there. But what I thought from this was because the only thing I knew about Mandalorians because I didn't watch Clone Wars all the way through, so I kind of missed
Or Rebels too.
all that Mandalorian lore. So when I think of a Mandalorian, and I understand Boba Fett wasn't a Mandalorian. He was someone that wore the armor to make people feel fear because of what the Mandalorians were.
Yeah.
Same thing with Jango. He wore that armor to produce a fear element because of who they were back in the day and what they represented.
Yeah.
They were never Mandalorians. But what I got from what the series was supposed to be, it was supposed to be a badass bounty hunter, spaghetti western on the plains. You know what I mean? Being that badass.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you.
And then they brought da 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 da. Here it comes, marketing, Baby Yoda. There it is, people.
Dude.
There's the soft point.
Like I get it with the Baby Yoda, but man, it's too much, bro.
Oh, way
like
too
it's
much,
cool
man.
with the Force.
It's way too much, man.
But
it makes me
the way
sick
he
to my
uses the
stomach.
Force and he's so young, and it's like,
Dude,
come on, man, really?
It
that
makes
fucking
me sick to my stomach that they're just pushing it. I get it. I know what you're trying to do, but it's just relax. When you first saw the first episode of Mandalorian, remember when he walks into that bar?
Yes,
and he
walks into the bar, dude.
He meets with Apollo. He meets with Apollo Creed, and he fucking ballistic and pulls the guy through the fucking door. And I'm like, there it is. That's what I want. And where did that go? What happened?
That's the only one you got.
Where did the badass go? And don't get me wrong, he's badass. But that was a different type of badass. That was a different type of badass.
It's not like the first episode.
No,
now he's like a father protecting the kid, and
it's lone. Now it's Lone Wolf and Cub, and that Jawa episode. The fan service. It's just like, hey, Jon Favreau's like, what do we have from episode 4 to 6? What can we cram in here, crowbar in here to make people happy? Oh, we could put Salicious Crumb on a fucking rotisserie. Oh, we could do this with the Jawas. Oh, he could talk to a Tusken Raider. Who's talking to a fucking Tusken Raider? If you know the history of Tusken Raiders, you cannot conversate or have some sort of balance with them. They're savages. They will fucking...
I didn't even know those guys could talk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Like, what the fuck are they saying?
Hold on, let's rewind. There you go. But, I mean, and this is just me nitpicking. And yes, it's on Disney Plus. It's their launch series, and it's supposed to cater to us and cater to younger audiences. And I enjoy it, and I understand what they're doing with Baby Yoda, but there's more highs than lows. But the lows sometimes just make me be like, yeah.
And I don't even know why they... I don't know why they have to bring out the fucking Darksaber so soon if they're gonna bring it out.
Dude, I don't know,
why?
man.
Why?
I didn't know nothing about that. I didn't know nothing about that. And then, of course, you hit YouTube and you watch videos and you're like, oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That's where watching this for this long and dealing with the bullshit makes it count. Those little...
because there was a Mandalorian that was the Jedi that created the fucking Darksaber and
his TIE fighter that lands like it did. You've never seen that before. That's a moment that makes me say, I'm happy to watch this. When he comes out, Gideon, Moff Gideon, whatever the fuck his name is.
Moff Gideon.
The guy from Polo Loco. He comes out and he's like, and he does his speech. This is why I'm watching this. You know what I mean? The IG droid swooping in and saving the day. This is why I'm watching this. You know what I mean? Those are the reasons why I'm here. So, Bill Burr. That's why. Shout out to Bill Burr. He's going to be on the podcast next week. So make sure everybody that's listening to this podcast, Bill Burr will be on this podcast next week.
Bill Burr on the One Too Many podcast next
2020,
week.
baby.
Tune
2020,
in.
baby, man.
Yep.
I got Bill Burr lined up.
There
I
you
got
go.
fucking Dave Landau, Artie Lang. I got all these comedians. They're going to be on this podcast. Got them lined
Artie
up.
Lang. I can't wait for Artie Lang,
yeah.
man.
He'll
See what he has to say.
Oh, yeah, he'll show up and like, this podcast bullshit already.
This podcast bullshit already.
Man, it's not hard, man. You
Start
just
saying the same jokes all over again.
Yeah,
I've already heard these.
It's like me.
I've heard them already.
Yeah, it's like me. So, like, another fucking TV show I've been watching a lot is Seinfeld, man. I went on a Seinfeld kick this past week. Like, on my downtime. I've been just watching random episodes of Seinfeld.
That's a fucking classic, bro.
Dude,
a lot
man,
of people don't like
just
it.
Random.
Fuck you if you don't like it, but it's
Dude, who
it's
don't
amazing.
like it? What are you, the 14-year-olds?
Today's society fucking watches that shit and they get all offended and it's racist. They're like,
dude,
fuck you, dude.
When they said that, like, the millennials want to ban, get the fuck out of here, you nuts.
Yeah, dude. Fuck you piece of shit people. I love Seinfeld.
Just drinking a beer. And,
man.
I randomly pick episodes, like some of my favorites are like the Kenny Rogers Roaster, the dealership. There's like, I don't go through
dealership with a fucking candy bar.
Dude, that was fucking incredible. Like, I don't really go like one to one. And the one thing that I do miss, and I think I spoke about this earlier about having cable TV, is the randomness of the 5 o'clock
the commercials and
to
the
8
shit.
o'clock, the 5 to 8 o'clock block on your channels. You'll have one channel that does two episodes of Seinfeld, King of Queens, followed up by, you know what I mean? And then like Channel 9 would do King of Queens, Seinfeld, and Friends, followed up by, and like just, it's not the fact of the shows or watching them live, it's the randomness of the episodes. Like when I go to my streaming devices, I'm like, I cherry pick. I'll go through the season like, yeah, I'll watch this. Nah. Yeah. Nah. Yeah. But the randomness of just
what I feel like watching randomly on TV would be something like Cheers, dude.
Yeah, well, any sitcom.
Norm.
So like, if I turn it on at 7 o'clock and I know Seinfeld's on and I don't know what episode it is, the part of the joy is like, oh shit, it's this episode. I'm gonna watch this.
Yeah, dude, not knowing what the fuck's
but
coming.
But now, with streaming is like you have to pick, and you spend more time picking what episode you want to watch than other than watching.
Yeah, and they're in order, and you're like,
spin the wheel and make the deal, baby. And
dude.
And like this is the one thing I think streaming sites, it could be the next level is like picking episodic shows like sitcoms and whatnot, and then like all right, I got five shows that I like to watch, whatever seasons they do.
You should make the cats pick.
Click random. You click a random button, and they will play it nonstop. Random episodes from all those 5 shows. You get what I'm saying? And you can just sit back.
That would be cool.
Yeah,
dude.
you just sit back on the couch.
You get a thing.
You don't even have to touch the remote.
You pick five.
You pick
5 of your favorite shows.
5 of your favorite
you hit the
shows.
Random button.
You hit random, and they just play whatever episodes. It could be 2 Seinfelds in a row. It don't matter.
Yeah.
They're randomly picking fucking episodes that you can watch. Because that reminds me of coming home, 5 o'clock. Hey, sweetie, how are you? I got dinner cooking. What are you cooking? All right, chicken cutlets and some rice. All right, I'm going to take a shower, and you sit on the couch and you start watching. King of Queens is on. If anybody knows from New York, King of Queens is always on Channel 9.
Yeah, dude.
King of Queens, you're watching King of Queens.
That's a badass show.
Yeah, I love it. You got an hour block of Seinfeld, and you go to Channel 5 for a different show, a MASH. I don't know, whatever the fuck. That's old school, but you get what I'm saying. You go back and
MASH
forth
is on the weekends.
TBS, you go to this for that, but you have your 3-hour block of sitcoms that you watch religiously every day, and it don't matter what the episodes are because you've seen them already. But you're like, oh shit, it's that one. It's that one.
Yeah,
I want to watch that. It's a no-brainer, and these streaming sites need to be able to do that. Click, 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 random, spin the wheel,
go.
And that's what I miss. And I think honestly, I don't miss cable TV or channel surfing. That's what I miss. The fact of
That's what you miss the most. Is
yeah,
that
yeah.
shit?
The what's gonna be on next? What episode is that? Sometimes I'll be sleeping in bed. It's 11 o'clock. Back in the day, you have like fucking Seinfeld, Friends, and then you have like the old school Odd Couple and Honeymooners at 12. You're like, you didn't want to. You were tired. You want to go to bed, but you want to see what episode it was. Which
Dude, you're
which
fucking
one is
literally
it? Which
dying
one is
to
it?
fucking go to sleep, but you want to know which one
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah, and then everybody's like, "Well, if it's streaming, you just fast forward." Next thing you know, you're fast forwarding every fucking
not the
episode to see
same.
what it is. It's like
It's
like
not the same.
It's the same thing like streaming music for me. Like I have Spotify. I spend more time skipping tracks than I do listening to tracks. I got a 30-minute ride.
Those have a random shit?
Yeah, I got a 30-minute ride home, right? And I could pick an album, and I could listen to that album, but they make these mixes for you, like from what you like, your preferences. After like a year, after a year of using this application, it gets to know what you like and what you don't like. So I spend more time clicking the fast forward button than I do listening to music. 30 minutes home, 24 minutes of clicking, fucking 6 minutes of music, and that's just me. That's how I am. Because I'm programmed. I'm programmed with this new, and this is why the kids are even worse. You know what I mean? I'm programmed like this, but these kids robots. Nowadays they're even worse. It's a quarter of the time that I do, but yeah. So what have you been watching?
Yeah, today's generation.
What'd you fire up on
man, on TV? I'll tell you what. When I usually watch TV, I'll watch it with my dad. It's usually on the weekends. We'll watch it with my father, and he's usually, like you just said, he's watching MASH and those old shows, man.
Yeah,
I don't know what channels they're on or whatever, but he's watching all these old shows, and I'm just kicking it with him in the couch, and it's cool, man.
I wish I had cable because I know there's a lot of these throwback. It's not TV Land, Nickelodeon, but I know there's more nowadays. There's more channels to like throwback shows that I used to like watching back in the day. And I'm a little bit older, you know, and even though I was a child from the 70s, you know, like when I was growing up in the 70s and early 80s, they would play shows from the 60s and the 50s. Leave It to Beavers and your My Favorite Martians. You had your Brady Bunch. You know what I mean? All that shit. You know, it used to be played all the time. And then you had your cartoon. You had your cartoon sandwich. So, like, the morning shows, like, if you had a sick day, you'd be able to watch, like, you know, I Dream of Jeannie, My Favorite Martian, Brady Bunch, all
those were the days, man.
The Munsters, all the like live action shows, and then like once 3 o'clock,
they'll never have shit like that ever.
No, never, because kids don't sit in front of a TV. And then from 3
right
o'clock,
now you're talking about it, and I'm reminiscing, dude, in my head. I'm thinking about all these shows. Dude. And I actually miss them, dude. I
love
them.
Sick Days, man.
That was a different time.
I love Sick Days. And then from 3 o'clock on would be cartoons. You have your Heathcliffs, your Transformers, your Mask, G.I. Joe, would just go, your Voltrons, and all that shit. And it was funny. It was like you would have all those live action shows in the morning, and then like around 11 o'clock, 11:30, it would like kind of die down.
Hong Kong Phooey?
No. That was on Saturdays. Hong Kong Phooey was on
Saturdays.
This is like a weekday. 12 o'clock noon.
Oh, okay.
The only place you could go for enjoyment was Channel 2, Price is Right. Everybody went to the Price is Right. There was nothing else on. You had news on all these other
channels.
That
shit lasted all afternoon.
Dude, you got to remember, I had in Brooklyn, I had 2, 4, 5, 7, 9, 11, and 13. Those are the only channels we had. And when all the other, like the Munsters and all those other channels on 5 and 9, usually basically 5 and 9, 2, 4.
Once they were done.
Yeah, they would go to either news or soap operas. But Channel 2 at 11 o'clock did Price is Right. And that was back in the day with Bob Barker.
Yeah.
You remember Bob Barker?
Bob Barker, man.
The Price is Wrong, bitch.
I remember that, dude. All the games and everything to do, the prizes.
Yeah.
Dude,
and then when Bob Barker was over, then you're like, man, you were just shuffling through a sea of soap operas and news shows and talk shows, like podcasts.
And you're waiting.
Because the old
You're
school,
waiting for
the old school talk
Transformers
shows
and all this shit to come on.
Yeah, basically the old school talk shows were podcasts. Like so that's when you would get up out of the couch because you were sick. Hashtag sick. Nobody can see me right now because you were
Whatever.
sick. And you would go get some lunch, and nobody was home, and you're like fuck around with your Transformers and play with your toys, and the next thing you know, it's like, hey, it's 3:00, Heathcliff's on. 3:30 Transformers, I'm there. 4:00 this, and then like Magic Garden, shout out to the Magic Garden. And then it would go till about 5:00, and then dinner, and then it went from there. Took a shower, you watched some TV at night.
Nah, see, but at night, what was it? A-Team, Knight Rider, The Fall Guy, and all these shows at night.
Yeah, on certain nights, like Fall Guy. I believe Fall Guy was Wednesday. A-Team, what was that? A Tuesday or a Thursday show? I'm trying to remember these
Dukes
nights.
of Hazzard.
Shows. Dukes of Hazzard was a Sunday show. I think it was Dukes of Hazzard was Sunday. I think it was a Sunday at 8:00 on CBS. I believe so. It was either Saturday or Sunday, but I believe it was Sunday. Back in the day, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday were must-see TV. That's when everybody was home. That's when all your big shows were on. Nowadays,
Twilight Zone.
Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, there's no big shows anymore. I remember on a Friday night on the 80s, go upstairs, you're watching Knight Rider V, and then Street Hawk, and coming out and hanging out with your friends.
Bro.
Remember Street Hawk?
Yeah,
bro. Coming out and hanging out with your friends and talking about those episodes under the lamp.
Under the light, bro.
Yeah, the lamppost, man. That was fucking awesome stuff.
Yeah, man. We used to do that, man. Street Hawk, and
boy,
there was Hardcastle and McCormick.
Yep.
Back in the day.
It's a good time, man. It's a good time, man. It's not like that nowadays, man. All you got is reality TV. That's why I'm done with cable, man. I don't want to fucking... Everything good right now is on streaming.
Yo, man.
If you
reminiscing, man, and that shit, it makes you sad, bro. You miss that shit, bro. You miss those days.
Yep. It's everything
you
now.
Miss those days,
anything that's
bro.
good.
You can hear it in my voice. It's like, wow, man.
Anything quality is on streaming. You have to pay for it. Back in the day,
it's not the same.
You weren't paying for TV. Unless you had cable. I didn't have cable until 1994. We didn't have cable in the projects until 1994. Do you think my mother could afford cable? We didn't have a telephone in my apartment. You know what I'm saying? We didn't have a telephone.
Yeah.
How are we going to afford cable? So, there I am with the fucking antennas, with the fucking aluminum foil and
the aluminum foil. Yeah.
Dude, there was a way to make it clearer, and this is a 13-inch black and white TV on top of a fucking 20-inch console color TV that my grandmother gave me and it never worked.
The cabinet one?
Yeah, I would wrap a speaker wire around the antenna, run it through, and wrap it around the radiator to get a clearer picture.
A signal, man. So you get something stronger going through that shit. Yeah.
Yep, cleaned it up a little bit. This is the shit I had to do to watch TV, people. Yeah. TV. The simple thing that you watch on your phone right now, that's what I had to do. All right?
Yeah, I remember.
So don't give me no fucking shit. I didn't have a fucking remote control on my TV. You know what my remote control was? My younger sister. Shout out to D. You know what D's. Shout out to my younger sister D. I had a nickname. I had a nickname for her, like in between like 84 to like 89. Her name was Remote. Hey, Remote.
Click.
Hey,
click,
Remote. Click. Channel 4. Hey, Remote. Lower the volume. Hey, Remote. Throw that VCR tape in the top loader and press play. So I love D to death, man. I feel like every year for Christmas I have to throw her another extra $100, like $200, $300 for being remote. All those years.
Yeah, it's the love, man.
Yeah,
she's getting paid for all those times.
Yeah, shout out to Remote, man. Their name. They used to call her Remote. Hey, Remote.
Oh, shit. You know why I laugh?
Why? You had a remote too?
No, motherfucker, I was remoting.
They made you do
That
all
was
that
me,
shit?
bro. Yeah, bro, that was me.
So I'm not the only
click,
one.
Click, 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 click. No, man.
That's
I'm
funny,
the youngest
man.
one, bro. So my brother would always do that. Go put it channel 3.
Oh,
Go up channel
man.
7.
I guess I'm
Come
not the
on,
only
man.
one.
You get up.
Hey,
I
Remote.
get my ass kicked and I
Hey,
change the channel.
yeah, that's it. Hey, Remote. Channel 4. No, 4. That's not Gummy Bears.
The other way.
Yeah. And then, it didn't like, we got a real, when VCRs got cheaper, we got a VCR and you were able to run the TV through the VCR. So you didn't need a TV remote. You could just run it through the channel clicker on the VCR.
Through the VCR, yeah, it's true.
That's when remote had some days off. But you couldn't control
Day
volume.
off, man. Yeah,
you couldn't control the volume and shit. So that's when hey, remote, volume, turn it up.
Dude. And
Man,
that reminds me, man, I remember
sitting
sitting on the floor, man, next to the TV.
Dude, man, it's a good time, man. I love, as much as like it seemed like it's so long ago, but it's not. It's just simpler, man. It's there. It's there, and it's a shame.
I miss those days, bro.
And I'm not trying to be that, the guy on the fucking corner screaming at the kids. You don't understand, but honestly, man, and this is where the values are dying, and these kids just don't get it, and they're taking things for granted, man.
It's technology, bro. It's technology's fault.
It's not even just technology; it's the parents, man. See, this is what it is. Like every parent wants to fucking have a family to have better than what they did. You know what I mean? So go through the stages, the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, whatever. Oh man, I really wish I could give my kids more in the 60s. This is what I got. That's what they got. The 70s was the same way. There wasn't much. I really wish I could give my kids more. I'm giving them the kids grow up saying, I want my kids to have better than what I had. And when you get into those years and things get larger and larger, as you're going through the years, technology and toys and price points, things just get fucking inflated through the years. So now, like, if you
and then toys are out the windows nowadays, man.
Yeah, I mean, if I had kids right now, I would want them to have, even though I really did have a good childhood, we had some bad years, but my mom really fucking hooked me up as a kid as being a single mother. Like, I really had some good Christmases, but if I had children right now, it's like, I would want them to have the world too. I'll give them everything because I didn't have it, and we're coddling them. You get what I'm saying? Do you understand? I mean, maybe this is my personal view, but in the 50s you had a robot and she had a doll. The 60s you had a robot, a plane, and she had a doll and something else. And the 70s you had this, that. 80s you had G.I. Joe, Transformers, Star Wars. Now, it just gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
And these kids are just getting fed all this shit. I don't know. I mean, I think it's a lot simpler when you just fucking give your kid a wooden horse. Shout out to the horse. That little wooden horse in a box.
The wooden horse.
Yes, the little wooden horse in a box, and there you go. I mean, I don't want to get on
You share it
towards the negative, but we had a lot of fun.
That was a good time, man.
Dude, man.
That was good times.
Dude, shout out to 2020, man. I have like fucking 75 other. I have 75 other fucking topics and things to discuss, but man, I think we hit the fucking ground running in 2020. I think this is a great new episode for 2020, man.
Nah, man, it'll get better. It'll get awesome.
Well, just saying the fact that you never watched fucking Deer Hunter, it kind of concerns me.
Yeah,
and all these jokes that we've been running for a while, and you're just like, yeah, meow. I like to say meow, but now you know why we say meow. Now you get it, right? Meow. Do you get it now? Do you get it? Are you sure? Meow. You get it? Meow. You get it? You get
Slap,
it
slap, slap, slap.
You
slap.
get it now? You get it? Oh my God.
Oh, shit. Oh, it's Chewbacca there.
Yeah, that was almost a Chewbacca, man. So, you
Yeah,
know what?
man.
Before we get out of here, let's do a beer kit. We haven't, this is
Dude,
one thing.
no shit.
We need to go through the checklist. We didn't do the
You're on
checklist.
point, bro. You're on point, man. That's all,
No,
man.
I
was
just think like
thinking about
we're
that
just
shit.
we're just having. I just think like the conversation is really good tonight, and like this is the one thing about this one show. Like sometimes I it's not moving, and I could just keep bringing things in to keep us going. But when we go off the beaten path like we did this evening, and even with me and talking about this and you and that and going back and forth and segueing and coming back and trying to find our way back. Thank you for trying to throw breadcrumbs to find my way back, because how can I forget what I just discussed 3 minutes ago? But when you live my life, it's very easy. But you know what I mean? But it's just saying, like, and I forgot where and here we go. I forgot where we're going with this. But yeah, like tonight, like episodes like tonight, it's fun, and it's like when I go back and I edit it and I realize the only thing I'm really editing is just adding in fucking stupid sound effects. You know what I mean? That's when you got to edit an episode. You got 2 hours of fucking content, and you come out with 153 of actual content, because all you're doing is taking out the silences and like awkwardness when you're
the pauses and
when your internet drops, of course. And but the only thing I'm doing is adding it takes me 2 hours to add sound effects to a fucking show. You know what I mean? Because we have to be that show that makes it super special. I can't just go beep beep out of the blue beer count. So you know what? For me to put one more minute into doing this editing, let's finally get the first beer count for 2020. You down?
2020, guys. We're down, man. Let's go.
And this is usually where I click the button. Ooh. You can hear the music in your head.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
No. You gotta let the music rock. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, baby. 16.
Really?
I'm only. What do you think I was more?
Man.
You thought I was more?
I thought you were like at 19, knocking on your 20
Why was I?
beer, bro.
Why was my slurring off?
No, you're good, man. But I'm like,
this is called the One Too Many podcast, and the one too many meaning like one too many beers, and I'm only the guy that fucking drinks on this fucking show. I mean, maybe Arrogant comes in once in a while. Shout out to Arrogant BX, but I think I'm the only guy that fucking. I think I'm the only one guy, the only guy that fucking drinks on this fucking show. So.
Man. Shout out to Hurricane, man. He's got the keys to the studio.
Nah, man, he's sure. Man, whatever, man. He's the door's always open for those dudes, and everybody else that has joined us in this year of ours. I mean, it's 2020, man. We had good times, man.
It's 2020, man. Who the fuck would have thought?
You know what? A lot of people say
2020.
Hey, how's the One Too Many podcast? It's good. We got a following, and we get 50 listens and some views on
like
YouTube.
7 guys.
Yeah, whatever it is. But you know what this show is to me is like when you're at work and you're wearing your belt so tight because you got to work, and then when you come home, the first thing you do is
take off that fucking belt.
Open up that fucking belt and kick off your fucking shoes. You know what I mean? You know that feeling? We all know that fucking feeling.
Yeah. Fuck yeah, man.
That's the fucking feeling of this podcast for me. Whether it's 3, 5, 10, 20, 100, 7,000 listeners, never happened. I don't give a fuck. Me doing this with you and hanging out with the people that we invite on the show is me taking that belt that's been fucking digging, that buckle that's been digging into my underflap of my belly, that fucking underneath you. We all know that one spot. Because you know what?
Day,
Don't
man.
tell me that you're not an undergirth wearer of your jeans. You have
every day.
You have overgirth and undergirth. We are fat guys and we are undergirth. It turns us from a 47 or 48 waist to a 42. I get it. But that feeling of riding that belt buckle for 10 hours and coming home and just...
It's like it's stabbing you, man.
And then you kick those fucking shoes off. Right?
Yep.
And you're in your chair and you start having a couple of beers and you have a conversation with some good friends. That's where we are. That's the one.
You unbutton your pants.
That's
zipper
it.
comes down.
That's it. You put your hand on your balls. You scratch a little bit.
Yeah.
And this is the one too many.
Put your pants down a little bit. Let the balls get some air. Let those guys
it.
breathe a little bit.
That's what we are. We are the man's podcast. Wait till we have our first. Wait till we have our first female guest. I'm trying real hard, but. Shout out to Tinder Tuesdays. Maybe I could get one of my Tinder Tuesdays to hang around for a special episode of One Too Many Podcasts. But usually Tinder
That'll
Tuesdays.
Be a good one, man.
Here's the thing with Tinder Tuesdays, right? Tinder Tuesdays. This is what I do.
She makes it up the stairs.
Yeah, Tinder Tuesdays. I leave a box of tissues at the top of the stairs, so when they're leaving. When they leave after our fucking night, they could, use the tissues and blot their eyes and whatnot. It's not for cleaning.
Yeah.
It's for, them being disappointed and crying and leaving my apartment. So that's why I leave that box of tissues at the top of the stairs when I leave. So shout out to Tinder Tuesdays. I'm always bringing myself.
That's a nice museum you got here.
How old are you?
How old are you?
Are you?
That's not the point. Are you fucking giving it up or not?
Are you sure you're not retard? Special? Excuse me. Yes, I am retarded,
Sometimes.
and this is my Pee Wee's Playhouse.
This is my playhouse.
Pee Wee's Playhouse, and I'm not Pee Wee because I'm I'm Pee Wee for other reasons, baby. That's why you're using the tissues.
This is my playhouse. That's why you're in it, because I'm gonna play with you now.
Shout out to Tinder Tuesdays on the Monday night podcast. One Too Many Podcasts. We're gonna broadcast next Tuesday for Tinder Tuesday, a special Tinder Tuesday episode. Not gonna happen.
Special Tinder Tuesday.
That's what happens. Like I tell people, when you could find a chick that could come to your house and take a piss in your Star Wars bathroom and come out and say, "Wow, that was cool." That's a keeper.
Yeah, that's a keeper, man.
Whether she has man hands or, well, she's got to be at least under 160. I would say 160. It's a little chubby, 180, 190. That gets, I'm not being that.
I'm more 125.
I'm not going to be that guy, but you know what I'm saying. But you're going to find, whatever.
I like them skinny.
Yeah. You like a skinny mini?
Yeah.
You don't like some beef? You don't want no beef? No beef? No beef?
No, I've had one like that, and it's cool. It's fine. But man, I always find myself drawn to the skinny girls.
Yeah, you know what?
Just like them.
I just need an Asian chick that's like 3.5 feet tall. So I'm like, I could be like fucking
Asians.
Long dick dong.
Asians are nice, man.
Long dick dong because
Asians are nice, man. There's a lot of gorgeous Asians out there.
No, she's smaller and her pelvic area is smaller, and I'm very small.
I know what you're saying.
So
I would be like,
I'm always looking at those little. I'm always looking at those little Smurfy chicks like, hey, how are you?
Smurf, as long as they're not blue, bro.
Yeah,
that's good.
I have a credit score. I have a credit score of 815. How are you? I do the eyebrow thing.
No, you don't gotta sleep in the tested drawers. You can sleep on the bed.
Okay. It's okay.
Shout out to Craig.
I got a detolf you can sleep in. She can sleep in a detolf. All right, on that note, let's wrap it up. I'll take
And on that note.
it. Yo. Thank you guys for joining us for a very weird episode of One Too Many Podcast. First episode of 2020. I haven't talked to Frogman in probably about 6 months. So it's cool for us to get together and kick it. It's been a minute. It's been a minute to talk to you guys. Hope you guys had a great holiday season. My name is Dustmightz. This guy is the Frog, the Lone Star from Mr. Fuck. Was that Texas? Alexis.
Texas.
Yo, shout out to Alexis.
Texas?
Shout out to Alexis, Texas. Shout out to that, bro. But yeah, man, deep in the south of Texas.
Thank you for joining us, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed the show, and hope you all have had a happy New Year.
Yep.
And,
That's all, folks.
Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time. And we're out.
Ooh. Wow, we're out. All right, before we get out of here, what gave me the dick comment? Was it that's all, folks? Was the Porky Pig? The Porky Pig did it? Yes! I love it. I thought it was. Shout out to Porky Pig.
That's love, bro. That's love.
Yeah. We out.
And we're out.
He's just gonna decide